The credit repair industry is dead, and I'm here to talk about it. If you didn't know, Credit Repair Cloud was sued for TSR noncompliance. And just to give y'all the context in layman's terms, it basically means that if you're doing any telecommunication before someone becomes a client, you're TSR non-compliant, and every credit repair business has to be TSR compliant. We're going to talk about it, and I always like to look at things like this as like a blessing in disguise because it gives us a chance of growth. It gives us an opportunity where most people are going to complain. Everything is about how you approach it. Everything is about your mindset. So with that being said, let me share my screen and let's get straight into it. All right, let me make myself bigger. All right, so yeah, I said the credit repair industry is dead. So they were sued for TSR non-compliance, like I said. If you're doing any sort of sales calls, phone calls, before your client becomes a client, then that's a TSR violation. It is definitely a blessing in disguise because it gives us an opportunity to become even better and penetrate new industries. So how do we move forward as CROs? So I'm gonna put a link to the video so y'all can have more context. But one simple thing you can do is you can have a landing page for people to buy your service, like through a self checkout option. So y'all can kind of see how you're TSR compliant because they're not communicating with you, they're not communicating with your sales team or anything. They just go ahead and buy their package. So whatever your offer is, you can go ahead and do all that, make you a simple landing page, make you a product or something, and then begin selling that. One thing too you can do, focus on funding. I've been talking about this. Some of y'all that are current credit repair business owners right now that might be stuck, right now is the best time to get into our 10K mentorship. Because of what just happened, because of this settlement, we might have to even increase the price of our 10K mentorship because it's just become that much more valuable. Because I teach my students in there the different ways to get money, but more so through business funding, right? Business funding, you can get a serious bag. If y'all go to the funding playlist, or just any of my videos where I'm talking about funding, you've seen what me and my students have done through funding. So you can pivot into funding if you haven't pivoted over there as well. And I want y'all to really like look at it like the powers that be, they just making it hard for someone to even want to run a credit repair business in the first place, right? So that's why I think this is a dope opportunity because I know me and my students, we're going to be good. So you just got to look at it like, if you're not in that environment where you're constantly getting better, whether it's like our 10K mentorship, whether it's our university, which is only $39 a month, you need to, figure it out, or you might just give up, so keep that in mind. One thing I've always said is focusing on building your personal brand. So I've said this from day one. I've said this since at least 2021. And I've been saying it from the jump because like you see people like Gary Vee, you see people like Myron Golden, Tony Robbins, you see all these like older people, 7, 8, 9 figure earners. They post in a lot of content. So if you see these people posting a lot of content, usually people associate content with like young people. But if you see these older people doing it, they understand the opportunity, right? Poor people, they pass over opportunities repeatedly. So they're not going to look at it like, oh, I need to be posting content. I've been telling y'all since day one, if you have a credit repair business and you don't have a YouTube, you don't care about your business, right? And this whole like TSR non-compliance situation, it just reiterates my point. So definitely focus on building your personal brand because it's about to get scary out here in these streets if you're not willing to pivot, if you're not willing to do what you need to do, because they're going to come to some of the smaller credit repair businesses too, right? So you just want to just be prepared. You can start a school community. Those of y'all that know, I do have a school community, $39 a month. We basically teach you how to DIY yourself and teach you how to start and grow your business. I already put a video like this in the community for them because, I have a responsibility as a mentor to not only keep the monthly people up to date, but also obviously my 10K students up to date as well. But my 10K students are good. We make money like through funding, litigation, so many different ways, right? Digital products. So it's not really nothing to worry about over there for us, but you might just be the average credit repair business owner that doesn't invest in themselves is watching my video. So I want you to be informed as well. Speaking of digital products, you can focus on digital products, focus on selling those letters, focus on selling the how-to, right? You gotta, when I'm talking about that personal brand, you gotta market yourself as like a thought leader. Those of y'all that know my channel, you've been watching me for a while, you know that I've marketed myself as someone that's knowledgeable when it comes to the consumer laws, when it comes to funding, when it comes to just all things credit, you know? So you got to work on that for yourself too if you want to survive in this storm. It's a perfect opportunity for you to succeed or fail. You got to look at it like a recession, right? Because a recession is a good opportunity for rich people. It's a terrible opportunity for poor people because poor people are just going to make excuses for why they're not going to be able to get to the next level. And I think this TSR non-compliance is a good way to see like who's really a real credit repair business owner, who's really an entrepreneur, because those that I've seen in the industry, I've seen people start with me in 2021. I've seen people quit the same year. I've seen people quit in 2022, 2023. I've seen people quit this year, right? So I just say that to say, like, when adversity comes, you got to look at it like, what's my adversity quotient, right? Because, you know, we have IQ, we have EQ, but what's your adversity quotient? When hard times come, how do you react to that? How do you react to that failure? How do you react to a situation like a TSR non-compliance coming, right? How do you react to that knowing that your one door has been closed, right? This is why it's good not to be a one-trick pony. This is why you're also supposed to be marketing in person as well, right? So that's one thing that, you know, we have a benefit in our business as well. Like just being known in your local area for doing what you're doing. You can get people in person, just don't get on the phone, don't get on no Zoom call. You're going to be TSR compliant. So I hope this is a wake-up call for, you know, some of y'all that maybe don't invest in yourself or just aren't on that level. But, you know, I hope that this video can definitely help. So let's say you're not a credit repair business owner. Let's say you're just a consumer that's watching this. You're looking to fix your credit. Number one, you can join our university, which is $39 a month. I'm going to be more intentional about making it super, super easy to fix your credit yourself now that this whole TSR non-compliance situation has occurred. So you can click the link in the description. I'll have a link over there. We got dispute letters and everything for you to go ahead and do it yourself. And then eventually, if you do credit repair, you know, do it for your clients as well. So y'all can't say that I ain't help y'all get a bag, you know, so keep that in mind. But if you're just a consumer watching this, you're looking for credit fixing, we're very, very specific, right? We are only working with consumers that have collections with third-party debt collectors that are harassing them and they want to get paid. So some of y'all may know that under the FDCPA, you can get paid for these harassing debt collectors. So that's where our focus is. And I want to reemphasize that the service we're providing this is not credit repair, right? So just keep that in mind. The service is not credit repair. We're simply working on helping you remove collections through lawsuits, right? This is not credit repair. We're not disputing. This is a whole different ballgame, right? We are not disputing. So keep that in mind. So if you have collections, you have third-party debt collectors that have been harassing you, maybe it's email, maybe it's text, maybe it's a phone call, you're definitely going to want to get tapped in and click the link in the description. We'll basically have a link for y'all to go ahead and get more information. If you have other items on your credit report, this is not for you. I'm telling you who this is for. This is for people that have collections, right? So don't go buy the self-service option and you have the items that we're not even looking for. We're strictly looking for collections, right? If you got that charge off, you got that hard inquiry, late payment, we're not looking at that right now. So click the link below to learn more and purchase your package today. Hopefully this video helped y'all. If you're a credit repair business owner, you know, good luck as the storm is kicking in with this TSR non-compliance. But if you want to stay tapped in and stay updated, you can join our university for only $39 a month. Link is in the description. If you're a consumer, you got those collections. Maybe it's holding you back from business funding. Maybe it's holding you back from getting that car. Maybe it's holding you back from getting a house. Y'all know how that collection is harming you. If you're in that type of predicament, go ahead and click the link in the description as well. We'll be able to help you move forward with that and get a check as well at the same time. So with that being said, make sure y'all like, comment, share this with a credit repair business owner that doesn't know and is still doing sales calls, still doing phone calls, because they can possibly get in serious trouble. So with that being said, y'all have a blessed one.
2 days later.
Well, days. So I'm not going to say that everything I said previously doesn't still stand, because you still should be able to pivot. But the good news is that the credit repair industry is not dead. The credit repair industry is not dead. I'm going to allow both of these videos to be in one video, just so y'all get the update. And those people that's not watching the entire video, this is just a lesson on watching the entire video. So I watched the video that I'm going to put in the description. It's like over 2 hours. A lawyer basically broke down the lawsuit that went on, and we're good as long as you're doing credit repair the way I teach it here on my channel, in my university, in my mentorship program, all that, right? So as long as you're doing that, which means you're not violating CROA 15 USC 1679, you'll be good. So let's talk about it. So simple terms, as long as you don't violate CROA 15 USC 1690, if it's 15 USC 1679, then you're going to be good. And CROA is basically talking about credit repair and the prohibited practices, all that, right? And the whole thing is you just can't give a guarantee. You can't represent yourself as giving a guaranteed result per credit repair. Like I said, I'm going to put the 2-hour video in the description so you can watch it for yourselves. The lawyer did a very good job of breaking it down. The algorithm, I guess it brought it to my attention. And one thing too, like someone in my university, she had basically referenced that video as well. So I think the algorithm is pushing out that video, and shout out to the lawyer that broke that down, because I've never seen his videos before. So that was a dope video to watch. But my takeaway from watching the video, basically from what he was saying, is that you trigger TSR when you violate CROA. So the situation of no Zooms, no phone calls, all that, that's only happening when you're violating CROA, right? How do we not violate CROA? You do credit repair the way that I said you do it, right? You don't make no guarantees or nothing. Y'all always hear me say we don't do guarantees. We're not saying that you're going to get this guaranteed result, all that, right? You see flyers online of people violating CROA, talking about guaranteed results and 30 days, guaranteed results and all that. If you're doing all that, then you got to worry about the lawsuit that happened with the TSR compliance. So for example, like I said, giving a guarantee or representing yourself as a credit repair service that guarantees results, that's how you're going to trigger the TSR violation. Practical way to avoid triggering TSR. You literally state in your contract that your service does not guarantee that any items will be removed. Think about it. When you're sending out your contract to the prospect, basically it could be like a long document, like terms and conditions. The reality, they're not going to read every single word or anything. That's not to say that they shouldn't, but in most cases, that's not going to happen. So you shouldn't feel scared about saying that you're not guaranteeing any results, because when you do guarantee results to try to get the sale, now you're putting yourself under the stipulation that you're triggering TSR, and then that's when you can get yourself in trouble, and you got to wait them 6 months and all that just to get paid. That's not practical for any type of business model. So I'm going to repeat again, like I said in the last video that you may have watched right now, right? If you're a consumer watching this is my opportunity for you under my company. We still are just working with people with collections. And we're working with them with third-party debt collectors, because, we know how to get them that paycheck, right? And to get them to stop harassing them. So if you have collection agencies that are harassing you, go ahead and book a call below, and we could discuss how we could help you with that. Again, this is not credit repair. This is a whole different thing where we're suing the debt collectors. You can click the link below to book a call if you have collections and you want to get paid for them. And then we'll go from there. So with that being said, I hope this video, if you watch the entire video, clears up everything and you understand that in terms of us moving forward as credit repair business owners, we just got to do credit repair the way that I've been teaching it, which is not making guarantees and not representing yourself as a company that's going to guarantee that you remove those derogatories. You can't guarantee that that's going to happen. If you've ever disputed, you understand that things can go any way, right? They're not even doing no investigation, to be honest. But that's a different point. That's how we win these lawsuits. But with that being said, hopefully this video is helpful. Y'all have a blessed one.